Here we are again at Mannheim at Guitar Summit in 2025, and another new brand. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, another new brand has come along. So this is a pedal brand called Citadel, and I'm here with Tommi, who is one of the engineers. And I heard a little rumor about this brand maybe 2 or 3 months ago, because your background is through Marshall and through Dark Glass. And Santiago, who I know did a lot of the Marshall designs of sort of famous...
He's been everywhere.
Yes.
Marshall, Behringer, a lot of companies.
Yeah, a lot of companies have used his expertise. But this is a new venture into pedals. And I guess some people would kind of go, it's a very crowded market. There's a lot of pedals out there already. So I'm kind of really interested as to where you feel Citadel is going to bring something new that people will go, okay, yeah, that sounds cool. And then once Tommy's kind of given me the overview, we'll plug them in and we'll go through them one by one and we'll see what they sound like. Over to you.
All right, so we have 7 different pedals for guitar and bass. There's a fuzz, gate, bus compressor, a high gain preamp, a phaser, a bass distortion, and a tube driver. So they're all analog with true bypass. Some of them have some digital control, but the signal path is analog on all of them. Yeah, they're all original designs. Well, the SSL is a clone, but it's still our original version of it. We try to add some new features or something new on all of them, so we don't just make another knockoff of something, but something that we wanted to add there.
Yeah, sure. Well, look, so if you can, rather than go through every single pedal in detail, and I'm sure maybe we'll do that when we're back in the studio, what did you and Santiago feel like you could bring to pedals that maybe, didn't already exist in the market?
That's a tough one. I mean, honestly, we just wanted, for the first time, we wanted to do things our own way and not be restricted by the company hiring us to do stuff.
Okay.
And just see what we could come up with. And it's this.
So you had, I get that, obviously, under, whether you're working with Dark Glass or Marshall, they'll have a sort of some barriers for you to work within. So this really was enabling you and Santiago to just basically do whatever you wanted to do to circuits. Are they all, I guess they're conventional in the sense that, you plug your guitar in and at the end of it, you need to plug it into a guitar amplifier of some sort. What have you got set up? Oh, we're using the angle.
We're going through an IR here.
Yeah, if you don't know this, by the way, Guitar Summit is like a noise-free guitar show. So what you aren't going to hear in any of our videos are big loud valve amplifiers with high gain pedals going through them. We'll do that back in the studio for sure. So the fuzz, is that based on like a 60s kind of vintage fuzz?
It's based on is it Ultravox Super Fuzz?
Okay.
With our modifications. So we added a pod to control the power supply voltage, so it simulates a dead battery.
Right, okay, cool.
We tweaked, I think it has a different tone control than the original, so everything has our own tweaks on it.
That's cool. Noise gate, what anything clever going on in here?
The special thing about this one is the galvanic isolation that we put there. So the side chain, so the input that detects the signal from the guitar is separated electrically from the noise reduction circuit.
Yeah.
So if you plug it to a tube amp that is located far away and connected to the ground there, and then the pedal board is on a different ground, you would usually get this ground loop hum.
Yep.
So we avoided that by doing this. I don't think any other pedal does it in this size. So that's a special thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You said this was like an SSL kind
It's based on the SSL, yeah.
Nice.
And we added nice metering on it. There's ratio switches, sidechain high-pass filtering, pretty much anything you would expect on a similar rack unit, I suppose. But it's a studio compressor. It's not really a compressor effect.
I see. And then a couple of drive pedals, two guitar drive pedals.
This is a phaser.
That's a phaser, I'm sorry.
This is a high-gain preamp with a built-in noise gate.
Okay. And this initial state on-off thing on the side?
All of the pedals either remember the state where you left them when you power them, or they have this switch that allows you to set them on or off when you power them. So if you put them on a rack or with the looper, then you don't have to go through them every time you power them.
That's cool. That's cool. Oh, I see. And we've got basically 3 modes taking us from a classic to a modern kind of drive here. We'll have a listen to that in a minute. Phaser, as you said, is this what, like MXR Phase 90 kind of vibe?
No, it's an original design I made. It's a VCA 6-stage phaser. I don't know what to say about it. I've never designed phasers before. I did it from scratch. It's an original design.
Okay, the bass one I will leave to our beloved bass friends to demo. And then the tube driver. So what are we talking about? Just
this is based on a BK Butler tube driver.
Yeah, cool.
But it's our version of it. So we added the boost mode, which increases the tube plate voltage to, I don't remember, is it like 200 volts, but way higher than the original, which is around 20 volts. So it makes it sound more real tube.
And I'm sure, I don't know if you can see this from the angle, there is by looks things an ECC 83 in there.
Yeah, correct.
So that will be cool. All right, look, I know, I think I heard roughly-ish in the UK, sort of £150 retail for the pedals without a tube in it, and then a little bit more, maybe £200 or something for the one with the tube in it. But anyway, check the links if they are available yet in the description of this video. That's very kind of you, Tommi. I'm going to plug these in. We're going to plug into the camera and we shall have a little play.
Let's do it.
All righty. Okay. Here is my clean sound. We're using I think it's a Fender Deluxe setting on the Nano Cortex. Let's put some fuzz, vector fuzz. So we've got an octave control. There's. Yeah, it's got that kind of difficult to describe. I don't know, chewy. It's got that sort of modulation thing. Wear control, which I guess is that battery thing that Tommi was talking about. Ooh, okay, that is fat and juicy and not just your regular clone of like a tone bender or something like that. I'm not going to be able to demonstrate the noise gate. We'll have to do that where we have some noise to actually gate. Let's have a look at the compressor. Now, compression's a funny thing, isn't it? I like compressor pedals that are guitar friendly, where you turn it on, there's normally 1 or 2 buttons that give you an idea of how much compression you're getting, and you can go, yeah, I like the sound. My gut feeling is this isn't one of those, as in it's more complicated than that, which some of you will be going, yay, and others will be going, boom. That's it. Taylor, who is our resident studio engineer, is going to get me a sound even though he can't hear it. That's more the kind of compression I would have. Wow, that's hyper compressed, isn't it? That's a good compressor. Like I say, it's going to appeal to someone that wants a bit more control over it. This is nice and simple. Let's start classic mode. It's got the gate built in. I'll turn the gate off for now. I gotta say, all of these are, well, the drive pedal and the fuzz pedal and stuff, they do respond in an amp-like kind of way. Like under my picking, it feels like every time I pick slightly differently, I am hearing something. So let's check the gate out. So I've turned the drive up here. I'm on a noisy pickup. There we go. Turn the gate up a bit. Now I normally don't like gates because what will happen is I'm letting the note ring, the gate will kick in. So let's do that test. It does what gates do. I think I think this is, players that like a gate, like that very staccato kind of chopped sound, will probably enjoy using the gate. I think I'm going to leave the gate turned off. That's not really my bag. Balanced. Modern. It's not really changing the type of overdrive pedal. So I don't think it's like 3 overdrive pedals in one. It's more changing like the sort of sag and the character of the amplifier from something that perhaps is a bit tighter to a bit looser. I do quite like the sound of the... Again, it's got all those kind of raspy overtone amp-like distortions. Phaser, set phasers to stun. That's pretty fat. Again, I'm not an expert on what, you know, when you get the sort of 4 phase and 6, you know, 6, what are they called, oscillators or whatever on the phase, but I'm not a big expert on what that does, but. Kind of goes a little flangery if you turn the resonance all the way up. I think it's always handy when the LED flashes at the tempo of the pedal. It gives you a bit of a visual indication. Anyway, phaser, right. The tube, the Overtuber. Oh, that's very good. That is immediately responding how I think everybody loves tubes. That's my favourite one, I think. Funnily enough, I tell you what, I think my second favourite one is actually the Vector Fuzz. Not because that's not a really good sounding overdrive, but the world is full of great sounding overdrive pedals, but that is a bit different on the fuzz side of things. And that, I think, just its nice compact form, not too expensive, just going to add tube goodness to anything that you might be playing with. Anyway, that's it. Sorry for the sloppy playing. I don't normally play standing up with a guitar slung this low, but hey, I'm just trying to be cool for you guys. That's it. Citadel pedals, new for the world at Mannheim 2025. Au revoir.